In this video, we are going to talk about how to factor a quadratic with the leading coefficient of 1. A quadratic is an algebraic expression with the highest power of 2. The leading coefficient is the number in front of x squared. In this case, it's a 1. You don't see it, but it is a 1. It's understood and implied. So, how do we factor this? Now, we are going to look at this last number right here, negative 8. That will be the product that we are aiming for. The product is the result of two numbers that multiply to get that negative 8. And this number in the middle right here, negative 2, is the sum that we are aiming for. The first thing we're going to focus on is the product of negative 8. There are many numbers that multiply to negative 8. For example, 1 times negative 8, negative 1 times 8, 2 times negative 4, and 4 times negative 2. We have found 4 pairs that multiply to negative 8. Now, to figure out which of these pairs is the correct one, we need to check which of those pairs add up to negative 2, the result which is the sum. 1 plus negative 8 is negative 7, so that is not the right one. Negative 1 plus 8 is positive 7, so that is not the correct one either. 2 plus negative 4 is negative 2, and that is why we are going to choose this particular pair of numbers. And this one is pretty easy once we have figured that out. We can now factor this quadratic. Using the positive 2 and the negative 4, they will go at the end of each pair of parentheses. And all you have to do at the front is put x and another x. And we have factored this quadratic. Let's do it one more time. Once again, we are checking for this last number right here. And that will be the product that we are aiming for, which is positive 9. We are going to look at this middle number here, and that's the sum that we are aiming for, which is 6. Now we are going to focus on pairs of numbers that multiply to 9. 1 times 9, negative 1 times negative 9, 3 times 3, and negative 3 times negative 3. And there are 4 pairs of whole numbers that multiply to positive 9. Now we have to figure out which of these 4 is the correct one to use by checking which of these pairs will have a sum of 6. 1 plus 9 is 10. That's not the correct pair. Negative 1 plus negative 9 is negative 10. That's not either. 3 plus 3 is 6. And we have found the correct pair of numbers to use. Therefore, this can be factored by copying the two numbers that we came up with, which is positive 3 and another positive 3. And all you have to do at this point is put x in front, and you have factored the quadratic with a leading coefficient of 1.